Get you an exclusive interview by Dr. Rakesh Mishra. He is the CCMB head and he is in conversation with my colleague Sneha Murdani of all that you want to know of the new strain wreaking havoc across our country.
Dr. Mishra, there are concerns about the Andhra Pradesh variant of the infection called N440K variant. Just tell us, what is it that we know about this variant just yet?
No, the strain that has been picked by some reports is called N440K. And this is not a new strain. This is a variant which is existing from the first wave. And this was a dominant variant in the southern states, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala, Karnataka for several months. And so we have been following it very closely. And our recent analysis shows that the occurrence of this variant is now diminishing, and other variants like UK variant and B.1.617, which was called double variant, double mutant, they are actually replacing this N440K. The confusion came because there was the report that this N440K in cell culture, when culture the virus, it gives very high titer. But that does not mean that it is more infectious. Those study needs to be done on animals or humans, not on from the epidemiological survey. But one, that it is a not new variant. This was known before. And the study that was reported recently is from the samples collected in last year, July, August, that period of time. And current studies on genomic surveillance shows that N440 is diminishing. It's almost vanished in Karnataka, and other parts also it is slowly fading away. So it's not of a concern anymore.
If not this, then which exactly is the variant of concern in southern India and other parts of India, sir?
So severity of infection for all of them is very similar. Mortality, severity, they look very, very similar. Infectivity of some of the variants is little more than others. For example, UK variant in our perception is the most infectious. Next is 617 or the double mutant, that is next most infectious. And then there are other smaller variants which are much less than these. But these two are the ones that are increasing their footprint in different parts. For example, in northern India, the UK variant is very dominant in Punjab, in Haryana, Jammu Kashmir, most probably in UP and in these parts. And in Maharashtra and Gujarat and in Bengal, Karnataka is the double variant B.1.617 that is more prevalent. And these are the variants that are now gradually replacing the older ones because they are less infectious. But all these variants are similar clinical symptoms. That means they are not more lethal, not more severe phenotypes, and also they are all, various studies have shown that they all will be controllable by the vaccines. That means they are not resistant to the vaccines. So we are lucky in that way.
There's also information coming in that 8 lions have tested positive in a zoo. How big a concern is this?
Okay, so we have just a couple of minutes. So I can tell you that lions we have been testing from the first pandemic itself. And now we have found 8 lions that are positive, and we have taken care of them. We have advised zoo what to do. The lions have now recovered, and their variant is not any new variant, is old variant. And there are other reports from other parts of the world that lions can get this infection, and that is what happened here also, because zoo was open, people were visiting, and zookeepers may have been infected. But that is now put in place. But we have figured it out before any damage is done, and government has taken appropriate action of closing all the zoos and all the animal parks and so on, so that there is no further infection incident to the wildlife.
What about the third wave of the infection?
If it is affordable economically, I agree with that. But if it kills more people than it saves, then so this is something which policymakers and government should decide based on the input and preparedness it has. But some kind of lockdown will be needed because things are not improving, infections are increasing. So we have to save people now. So therefore, we have to break the chain.
What's your opinion on a lockdown? Because several doctors have been saying that this is the time to now impose a stricter national lockdown, the kind that we'd seen last year. Is it time now, sir?
There's no way of, we have to, let's get out of the second wave, then we can think of third wave. There will be third wave, fourth wave, but they may be unnoticeable or very small. That depends upon what is the status of vaccination there, what is the how much culture we have adopted in terms of mask and social distancing. Many things will matter. But at the moment, no prediction can be made about a third wave. All the prediction about second wave has gone wrong. So let us go to ground and do our job and worry about third wave when we get out of the second wave.
Lastly, there is another variant that has wreaked havoc in Brazil. It's the P1 variant. Just to give us an estimate about this particular variant and its spread in India.
No, this is not a prominent thing in India. It may be in a small part, so that's why it's not so well studied. So at the moment, our concerns are UK variant and 617, which is Indian variant, and some other versions of Indian variant, like 617.1, 0.2, 0.3. There are 3 of them will come. So those are the things that we have to focus on.
When is the second peak of the infection expected?
I wish I could tell you. All it depends upon how we are going to behave. If we change our behavior, or if to force that change is forced on us by lockdown, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we will come down significantly. I mean, we will be other side of the peak. If we don't do it, then we will keep going up in a miserable situation with large number of infection. So I'm sure that more strict measures will come in place in coming days because the situation is untenable to many places. But hopefully by end of the month, life will be becoming more normal. Right now we are going through miserable, very desperate situation.